All right, today we are digging deep, and I mean that literally, into a hidden world that powers just about every single plant on Earth. It's this living network, an ancient partnership that's happening right under our feet right now. I want you to think about this quote for a second. Every time you look at a huge, towering tree, or maybe just a really happy tomato plant in your garden, you're only seeing half of what's actually going on. The other half, the real engine that's driving its survival, is completely invisible to us. So what is that other half? Well, the answer is going to change everything you thought you knew about how plants actually work. Turns out, it's not just about roots sitting in the dirt. It's about a powerful connection. For decades, we kind of pictured plant roots as these simple straws, right? Just sucking up whatever water and nutrients they could find. But the reality is so much more complex and honestly, way more brilliant. The secret is this incredible relationship with a fungus called mycorrhizae. Let's say that together. Mycorrhiza. Now, this isn't some kind of plant disease. No. It's a partnership. The fungus literally fuses with the plant's roots, creating this massive microscopic web that acts like a whole secondary root system. And when I say massive, I really mean it. This fungal network can expand a plant's access to the soil by up to 700%. Can you believe that? It's like this incredible force multiplier, letting a plant reach out and grab resources far, far beyond what its own roots could ever touch. Okay, but this isn't some kind of charity work by the fungus. Nope, it's a deal. It's a symbiotic trade that's been perfected over millions of years, and it benefits both the plant and the fungus. And it all comes down to a perfect division of labor. Think about it. Plants, through photosynthesis, are basically little sugar factories. They're amazing at creating energy. But their roots, they're kind of clumsy and inefficient when it comes to pulling certain minerals out of the soil. Fungi, on the other hand, are master miners, but they can't make their own food. I think you can see where this is going. The whole exchange is it's elegant. First, the plant pays its partner, sending down liquid sugar. In return, the fungus extends these incredibly tiny little threads, they're called hyphae, that can wiggle into microscopic pores in soil and even rock, unlocking water and key nutrients. And then, step 3, the fungus delivers that payload directly to the plant's root. It's a perfect transaction. So why does this ancient deal matter to you right now in your garden? Well, the payoffs are just enormous. Let's break down the top 3 game-changing benefits. First up, drought resistance. That huge fungal network we talked about, it acts like a giant, sprawling sponge, soaking up water and holding on to it. So during a dry spell, a plant that's hooked into this network can tap into a much, much larger reservoir of moisture. This can help it survive when other plants right next to it might just wither and die. Benefit number 2 is all about nutrient access, specifically phosphorus. Phosphorus is absolutely vital for making flowers and fruit, but a lot of the time it's chemically locked up in the soil, totally unavailable to plant roots. But these mycorrhizal fungi are like chemical wizards. They produce these special enzymes that can dissolve those chemical bonds, unlocking the phosphorus and feeding it right to the plant, exactly when it needs it most. And third, and this is my favorite, it's just the most fascinating benefit of all, is communication. This network connects different plants together, even plants of different species. Older, more established trees can actually send sugar through the network to help out struggling little saplings. And get this, a plant that's being attacked by pests can send out chemical warning signals through the network to its neighbors, telling them to ramp up their defenses before the bugs even get there. It's a literal wood wide web. Amazing, right? So, the next logical question has to be, how can I get this incredible network going in my own garden? Well, the process is called inoculation, and believe it or not, it's surprisingly simple. First things first, you need the right stuff. There are 2 main types you'll see. There's ectomycorrhizae, which are mostly for conifer and hardwood trees, like pines and oaks. But for pretty much everything else, about 90% of plants, your vegetables, your fruits, your flowers, you want endomycorrhizae. This is the type that actually goes inside the root cells to form that connection. So for most of us, endo is the one you're looking for. Now listen up, because timing is absolutely critical here. Unlike bacteria, these fungi establish themselves really, really slowly. You can't just sprinkle them on top of the soil later and hope for the best. Your absolute golden opportunity to create this connection is right at the moment you put a plant in the ground.
So for transplants, the easiest method is the root dip. It's super straightforward. You just take your inoculant powder, you dust it right onto the moist root ball. The key is making sure the powder makes actual physical contact with the roots, and then you plant it. That's it, simple as that.
And if you're starting from seed, you can get this partnership going from day one. All you do is lightly mist your seeds with a little water, toss them in the inoculant powder until they've got a nice coating, and then plant them. As that very first root emerges from the seed, it'll grow right into those fungal spores. Okay, so once you've made this investment, you've got this beautiful network established, the final step is to protect it. Because believe me, you can undo all your good work really easily if you're not careful. Here are the 3 main network killers you've got to avoid. First, tilling. Every single time you plow or rototill your garden, you are physically slicing that delicate fungal web into a million pieces. Second, heavy phosphorus fertilizer. If the plant gets easy access to synthetic phosphorus from a bag, it gets lazy. It stops feeding sugar to its fungal partner and the colony starves. And finally, this one might seem obvious, but using fungicides can kill the good guys right along with the bad. When you get right down to it, you're not just adding a supplement to your garden. You are installing a biological operating system for your soil, a living, growing internet that works with your plants, creating a healthier, more resilient garden for its entire life. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? If this incredible, bustling network is happening just beneath the surface, what other secret alliances and hidden worlds are thriving right there in our own backyards, just waiting for us to discover them?